And welcome back to another episode of Crazy
and Sexy, of course.
And cool.
I always give a girl group.
So hold on. Now, that shit you pulled the last time, right?
Wait, on what
That shit you
happened?
pulled the last time,
Ooh.
I could have messed you up, man.
Ooh.
But I let you slide.
What
And I let you walk away and get yourself together. But this episode, we not playing that.
What skit was that? What movie was that from?
Precious.
Oh, bitch, because you had
Dear
that
Lord,
down.
did
But
she
you could
get an
tell-
Oscar?
You could
Shout
tell
out
she
to
practiced
Monique.
that.
Shut up. I just
Shut
wanted
up.
you to know.
I got you. But what you talking about?
I don't know, but before we start, let's
Oh,
start off
shit.
with a drink.
Yeah, I need a drink. I need a nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
Yes.
always start at every
need to come-
episode with a little cheers.
Yes.
You know, to
Who
bring
do we
it in.
have today? Who we got here?
The legendary. Is it the legendary?
We got the legend.
The legend.
The legend.
Detroit.
The legendary.
The Vogue femme extraordinaire.
Ladies, there's no order without chaos, so I brought y'all something to help y'all talk.
Oh, baby.
Is your
Come on with the
passy
chaos.
16, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Make sure she get
Yeah,
right
yeah,
and
yeah,
tight.
yeah. Let's get
All
right.
right,
Let's
let's
get
go,
right.
ladies. Come
Cheers
on.
to the best.
see how they
Success,
leaving me
darling.
out?
Success, darling.
To success. Well, I saw this thing that happened
out.
on, y'all probably seen this too. It says, there's big ships, there's little ships, but there's nothing that compares to this friendship.
Oh, that was so sweet, Tabby. That was funny. I
That
like
woke me
that.
up. Okay.
Okay, that got me up too.
That gave
babe.
me. Yes.
That was
So
cute.
what y'all want to talk about?
Can I say one thing? You
Let
kind
me
of
just finish this.
you kind of pointed it out. They ready? Yeah, y'all go again. See, I feel like every time I'm about to like
Guys,
say
go
ahead.
something,
Go ahead.
like
I'm so
y'all
sorry.
do that, and it makes me feel like
Oh, no, I'm
Respect the
y'all
sorry.
don't
icons.
really care about
Have to
me.
respect the
Care,
icons.
Ma, I really do. You know I go
yeah.
crazy for you.
No, but what
Okay.
I wanted to say is like when I look back at the pictures on the wall, like to be sitting under Marsha and Octavia, and like, thank you, Marsha. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this background, you got to get into it. And then Octavia, for me, watching her be like before her time and
Yes.
always speaking out about
Yes.
things and being like one of the first girls that I seen, like when I watched, you know, her on the show, it was like, I love that. Like she wants to be like she used to go so hard. And then the way she talked about us like before, so it just inspires me to sit here and feel like to continue that on, like to speak, you know, for the girls and really speak out because she did that. Besides her being so goddamn gorgeous.
Listen, she was
birth.
yes, like you
From
know,
birth.
for me, like just to, even in the in that movie when they showed the clip of her singing in the street, like raising her voice in an act of resistance, like she knew she was light years ahead of the game.
She was.
And she spoke us into existence because she probably already foresaw what we were up against. So, you know, shouts to thanks to
Yes,
Marsha.
thank you, Marsha.
And
Thank you, Octavia.
Octavia, like that is just like so legit for me that, you know. we're
Rest
even
in
saying that.
peace.
Rest in peace.
Sleep
Philip.
in peace. Miss
Okay.
Sleeping.
So, you know, now that we're on the top of it, what's new? What came up for you? How was your weekend?
It was good, honestly. I had an amazing week, and I just really relaxed because, you know, I'm about to take my finals. But wait, I definitely have to shout out to my girl, the Nikki, the Barbs. Y'all did y'all big one. Nikki, you really, really impressed me with this amazing
Yeah,
album.
she turned it out.
What's
I
your
really.
favorite song on there? What's your- what's your
Oh, you
favorite-
talking about
Can we
Nicki
get-
Minaj?
Yes.
Oh my God! I thought you was talking about our last out of the gas.
She's a Barbie, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Barbie.
No,
she's in
no,
her
no.
pink chair.
No.
She's losing her. She forgot.
I mean, like, you know,
So what's your
I haven't
favorite
listened
rapper
to
then?
I haven't haven't listened to it yet. Well, you know, I'm always gonna ride for my girl,
Who's your girl?
the queen.
Lil'
one?
Kim?
She's a kid. Yes, little Kim. She's
There
a
you
cancer.
just
I'm not trying to
say it.
compare the
I mean,
girls.
listen, we not
I'm
gonna
not
do
trying to
that.
compare the girls. I think it's room for everybody. But you know, that's my era. Like little Kim was
Yes.
she stamped it like she brought
It's the Q to
fashion
the B
to
to
the
the
rep.
M
Yeah,
O
like
B
what?
B. What?
Yeah, and then she's a
Shout
cancer
out.
bitch. So you know, I'm here
Yeah.
for all that. Like I'm
Shout
here for
out.
that.
You know.
Shout out to but it's the new era.
But yeah,
It's the new
congrats,
era.
Nikki. I heard the numbers is doing good and stuff,
Listen,
right?
let's not forget
Amazing.
about the illest female in the skirt. You understand? We got to keep Eve on the
Eve?
forefront too. Eve was the best.
Oh, that's
you know.
what
I
she is,
just
Eve.
want
That's
Eve's
what she
life
is, Eve.
now,
That's
bitch.
what she's gonna come like
I'm just
Eve.
looking for the
Shout
man to
out.
come
That's
take
what she's
care of
gonna
me.
come like Eve.
Bitch,
Shout
I
out.
just want to live
Pitbull in
overseas
the
like
skirt.
Eve and be taken care of by a rich
Pitbull
In the
man.
skirt.
Yes.
But
So
you know
that's
what?
bitch. We got a guest today.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so
Oh
not
my
right
God.
now, but later on. You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
wait. I can't
we bringing
wait
on
for
the
this.
legend.
The legend. It's
The
a legend in the
legendary
building.
Butch Queen
Is it another-
Vase.
it's so
Christian,
bad.
gorgeous Gucci. I can't wait for that conversation.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be
And I know
deeply.
it's gonna be some teas because,
Deeply.
honey, y'all like I know y'all ready to get some things out. But so, how was y'all weekend? What did you do this weekend?
Me, what did I do? Oh, I got my hair done. Thank you, Charmaine.
Shout
Yes,
out to Charmaine.
you look
Yeah,
beautiful
you
too.
look nice.
Who did your makeup?
Okay, shout out to K Slay.
Okay, I just wanted you to say
So do
that.
you.
I
So
see
do
she's
you.
weekly invested.
Yeah.
Shout out
Kay,
to
thank you,
Shout out
Kay.
to Miss K. She's
Thank
weekly
you,
Look,
Kay.
invested.
she
That's
ride
my
for us,
bitch.
no
Yeah, that's my
shade,
bitch.
because she shows
She
up
rides.
every set and
She
makes sure that
rides.
our mugs is on. And she drives us safely here. So, Kay, we love you. Thank you for supporting us. Even before, I'm gonna say it right now, even before we became big, baby, because this is gonna
Speaking
be big.
and speaking.
Okay, come
So
on,
thank you for
speak it.
supporting
She
us
is
from
giving
the very
she's
beginning.
serving
And
today,
shouts to
darling.
I'm all about
BTFA for
manifestation.
supporting us from the
I love
very
it.
beginning.
I'm all about
Yeah.
manifestation.
Period. My sister is on today.
BTS.
Straight
darling.
up, shouts
Period.
because like we can't get here without the support that we need.
Yeah,
This
period.
beautiful set, like they
Yeah.
kind of set the tone.
Energy.
They knew the agenda, and you know I'm all for women empowerment. You know I'm all for us by us. Like, and I'm so glad when you ladies when we came together. Like I felt for me it was important that I came and I be here a part of this conversation because as much as I wanted to be entertaining, I also wanted to be educational. And I think that we all know how to entertain. But one thing that the audience wants, I want them to know that we're also very intelligent women.
Very, yeah.
And we can educate you if you just listen to us. So when we came together, I was like, why not be a part of this? We're intersections in our generation. We all like different things. We do different things. And there are things that matter to us that we need to be talking about. So when I asked y'all what y'all weekend was like, what does it look like for a day in the life with like Chastity or Tempress or Asia? Like, what does it look like? Like, what do we do? Because I know my weekend was fab.
Well, honestly, I'm restoring. Like, I'm in my energy bag right now. You can say I'm in my tub full of vinegar. I'm soaking in my life that is presented in front of me right now. So that is really my energy. I'm just presenting and just getting my tools ready for my future, but not overdoing it because I really want to stay in my present. I'm learning how to
Aren't you
not
taking finals
focus.
soon?
Yes, on Wednesday. I'm so excited about them. Actually, it's so crazy because it's like I would think that I would be nervous, but I'm just ready to get them done. And I'm
go.
so
That's 'cause you
excited.
like what
I'm
you're
so,
doing.
And I'm
And you're in
liking
that
it. And it's
stage.
just like I'm in this stage of like, damn, I didn't know I can be here coming from a place in ballroom where I was so committed there and coming in a place where I'm in school and I'm just like, oh, this
It
is kind of
feels good,
fast.
yes.
Oh, a dog can be in school, okay? And I'm talking about like, of course we was in high school, but I didn't my queendom didn't come alive until I was into this space for me to appreciate a place like college. And it's like different energies, different vibes, and just enjoying the scenery of educating myself, like really understanding life.
I'm
What was
here
your-
for that.
Yeah, and what was your approach to this? Like, what do you want people to know? Like, why are we here?
Well, for me, I was so close. I was so worried about my transition. I was so worried about it. I think sometimes we get so upset at ourselves we bark on ourselves, because that's definitely what I did. I definitely want to tell the ladies out there, don't worry about what you're not doing, what's not right, when you're going to do it. I was so worried about where I was, and I'm like, damn, I need to hurry up and I need to hurry up and build my career. I need to hurry up and be at this age to get what I got to get. But
I feel like
I
you're
start-
racing against time.
my
if
age
you
and
start
stuff
thinking
like
like
that because
Yeah.
it's not, time is moving.
Yeah,
It's
like-
just whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But what I realized is I'm good.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
live in the
exactly
moment.
where it's
We read
just
one of the
like-
same books,
But,
right?
uh-huh.
That
What
I
is it?
remember you was
what's it?
telling me.
No, it's not You Are Badass. Did you read that one?
I didn't finish You a Badass,
to
but
finish it.
it was
It's a
like
cute
talking
one.
about living in the moment. I cannot remember the name of the damn book right now,
But
getting older, you
So
forget.
what's up, Mom? What's
But,
going on
so-
with you?
Yeah, I'm in the same space. Like, I mean, for me, I feel like it's baking time. Like, like I stated on the last show, like I got something big coming.
I'm so
so it's scary. It's like I'm excited, but I'm scared. Like, because I haven't been in that space in like 20 years. I haven't been on a stage like that. And now I'm gonna be singing and everything, like, and it's major. And so it's very scary. So I'm in the house right now. I'm like trying to make sure that I get certain habits, like I'm doing this, like getting back, going to the gym, like taking vocal lessons, like just doing all those type of things.
What's your warm up? What do you do?
I'm not doing a
What's your
warm-up
warm up?
right
Give me, me.
Well, I do want to say to you, one thing that we have that a lot of people don't is this energy and boredom that shows us to be performative already. So I think that is just an extra little tool that you don't have to shy away from. You can kind of bring it
Stand
to
in
the
your
door.
power.
Stand
Yeah.
in that, and it's okay. Because me being in school, I sometimes I'd be like, should I be myself or should I? I'm like, no, but
Oh, I'm
be
not
me.
worried about
I'm
not being myself. I was an
And
actress
I'm talking about,
first.
I'm talking about the fifth queen. I'm talking about
the fifth grade, yeah.
queen
They make you feel in
because-
certain spaces that know you. The funny thing is, certain spaces out of here that know you or that trying to merge it together, they push you to
To
be
be. They
that
want- they
fifth
want-
queen. They're
they
like
want you to
the
step in
icon.
and-
Like when I was auditioning, they was like the icon, the so and so, and I was giving. Y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were giving, you are who you are, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I think sometimes we downplay ballroom or whatever.
No.
Like, sometimes, people
Ballroom
are ready
is
to
a
be
great
like, your
teacher.
real life.
It
What are you
is.
doing
It's a
in
great
real
teacher.
life and all that
Yes.
type of stuff when that is a part of real life. That is our life too. It's just weird. I wonder if people know how much of a key you are, bitch, for real.
You know what it is? That's like I protect her. She's protective. Like that. Because it's like, I just feel like people are just not authentic for me. Like, and not everyone. I'm not saying people aren't, but it's just I feel like
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna
sometimes.
say-
So do you feel that makes you become authentic? I mean,
No, I just get
inauthentic?
I just don't. You don't get
You don't
full
get everything,
everything.
okay.
Yeah, you just get the surface.
You guard yourself.
So
My
do you
hands
ever
is all
show
kinda
it
sheltered.
authentic, or do you put it like
Everything
said it's not
everything is always
inauthentic.
authentic. You just don't get to read it.
The whole full. And she protects. I get it, but sometimes you miss out. I feel like sometimes like that person could be a blessing or whatever in disguise at the time. You know what I'm saying? And you shutting everybody out. So then
No, I'm not. My thing is, no, I was very, very guarded. Very, very guarded. But because I came out at 14 and I learned the hard way about relationships and friendships. But
remember we was on the phone and I said I wanted to talk about that. And like, I feel like that, because you said that last time, and I'm like, we can't leave that there. Like the 14-year-old coming out at 14-year-old, and we didn't get to go into, like, because this could talk about, like, our backgrounds and stuff like that. So when you say you came out, you were like living outside the house.
Oh yeah, I was out. I was literally
So you were a
person.
virgin.
I was a full-grown person at 14.
You thought you was a full-grown person. You had to.
It's not
You
that
had to act like a full-grown person.
Mentally, I had to be ready for life. Like, it was just like I had to go from a guarded child, like a sheltered child, into immediately adult. But you know what?
So did you ever feel like you were supported, like by other women and stuff like that?
I feel like was I ever supported? That's a hard question for me because I've always felt there were people that supported me. I just feel some people didn't know how to support a 14-year-old child. Like when I was meeting people, and because I feel like my mom, which I love, and I think she I'm happy where we're at now. But I definitely think that she wasn't in the place to
teach me to be the adult I needed to be today. And I think God needed me to not to be in that house. So everything that happened for me, I'm appreciative of. Like, I think it was a blessing and a curse. Like, it was one of those things that was kind of like, I was gagging at the moment, but it was kind of like,
It's nothing like a
You got it made you. It made you.
yeah,
who you are
everything. Like,
today.
and I loved it. And to be honest, I loved every piece of it. I loved the shape.
said it,
I loved
but
the
it
beat.
is-
I loved the energy. I loved every
But
single
it was
thing.
a different. That was different. You're the type of person who, like, you know, you don't want to make anybody feel bad for, you know, whatever. We'll get into
No,
it.
you
But,
can say this.
like, I feel like, you know, a lot of times, you know, you like, even if something was like bad or something, you don't want anybody else to make it feel like it was bad. Like, you don't want anybody to you don't want to feel like you're placing
I
any
don't
blame
think
or
so.
anything like
'Cause
that.
that's not how
And so
she
she tried to
handled
smooth this. Probably not you. I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
But she was 14 years old out on the
Oh, when she
street,
was
like
14,
raising
yeah.
herself, and you see how she
Right.
makes because you're the type
My
that to take
therapist- you know,
lemons.
my
You're the
therapist-
type that takes
my
lemons
therapist-
and makes
my
it
therapist said
lemonade.
that. My therapist said something like this. She was like, "It's okay to, you know, it's not your fault."
It's not.
And I
Or
don't. But you know what? For me, I just don't. For me to sit and blame to others is me holding on to.
Let me tell you,
know
it's
what
not
I'm
holding
saying?
on. It's not holding
I
on, but
agree.
it's knowing what happened to you. It's identifying what happened or whatever. But in apology, as far as like parents and stuff
So-
go in that era, back in that time, a
Yeah.
lot of them didn't understand what to do with transness
Well,
and stuff like that.
For me, it was. I didn't even. For me, I always thought I was, trans. I always mentally.
See, and that's another thing.
always-
Language is important
I always
because at
thought
that
I didn't
point,
even think I didn't understand
really,
trans
but you didn't
stuff.
have the
I
word
thought
trans.
I thought it
So,
was just.
I get what
I thought I was
saying.
just something. I knew something was completely wrong. I just didn't know what it
But
was.
nothing was
Why did
wrong.
you leave the house, basically?
No, so
Like,
really bad, tough situations happened in my household where when it came down to certain things, it got really bad. And it had nothing to do with transition because it was before I was even, like my mother found my girls, my mother found little things like that, but my mother was so invested in her own issues that she didn't really focus on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't fall. I fall to her then, but where I'm at now today, I'm such in a healing
It took you
journey.
time to heal. So,
Like, we
and that's
had
the
that
thing.
space but I understand what she's saying. She's not saying that you can't forgive, you can't,
Mm-hmm.
but you also can understand that it was people made mistakes and people were wrong.
Right,
People
and
did
that's
that.
the thing because it
Sometimes
took me a
my
while.
therapist
It
did
took me a
my-
while to feel like that with like my parents because my parents were addicts. I wasn't born addict.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that I experienced in life, I used to always say it's because of that, it's because of that, it's because of that, until I became an addict. And I realized that there are things that I did that they were probably struggling with too.
Yeah.
And they were trying to sort their own life
Yeah.
out. And it wasn't until I started to experience what they experienced that I knew to like have gentleness and forgive them.
Yeah.
Knowing the substance of what happened is very important, right?
Yeah.
But also learning to heal and forgive because you're right, when you hold on to it, it's almost as if I'm drinking the poison, hoping for you to die.
And teaching
So
others.
now it's like this culture of bringing that on and carrying that. I let that go because I know that's not what they would have wanted for me. My mom, God bless her death, like I didn't have the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear stories about people who have their mothers and their mothers are in their lives, it's so important to me. And that's why like I cling to mothership because I know I didn't have one. So
see,
that's
that's
where
why
it
I like
comes
for
from.
this type of stuff to come out because
Yeah.
it helps you understand who the person is or why they move the way they move or do things. Like, I think we always sit from a place of judgmental sometimes, not knowing what the hell this person is dealing with or been through or whatever, and they're quick to judge.
But that's
you know,
that's why I'm always so big on understanding an individual. Like I always take myself out of my own shoes to understand why they're reacting.
But it
the
takes
way
a
because you
while
probably
for
feel
you
like
to
you've
get
been judged, right?
I always I judge. I wouldn't say.
But it took you a while to get there because
No, I feel
that's
like
something that
honestly-
you learn from experience
Of
because
course.
some people do not know how to express or articulate an emotion.
But I got
and it
God
comes
in me,
out
so I
different
think
ways.
that
Like,
to me,
there
I
it
got
is.
God in me, so that's honestly what I feel like forgiveness and
You got
is
No, so
important.
see, I
Like,
want to
it's
hold.
just-
I don't want to be the devil's
and I'm gonna
advocate,
be
but I
honest,
want to hold space for
I want to be honest when
when we have done some shit or acted or reacted. I can just give you
I'm
an
talking
example.
about, I immediately forgive people.
But that's good. That's a good quality.
That's what I'm saying, but
don't
you
forget,
learned that.
but forgive.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
No,
but
that may
you've
be what she
learned.
was.
No,
Like,
but you've learned that because it wasn't easy for me all the
that's
time.
you. That's you.
Were you always that way, or was that something that you learned?
Well, to be honest, honestly, where I was at and what I've been through, it was the only like the only spirit that I felt that protected me. I felt protected my entire life.
Like, let
To
me
be
not go
honest,
down this
what I've been
rabbit hole.
through, like what I've
I
been
love
through,
that.
no, what I've been through.
I love that.
No, what I've been through, I was literally in places that a 14-year-old could have been killed. I have been like in those type of
See, yeah,
spaces.
Jesus.
And that's why when I say God is in me, and the reason I say that is
Ooh, he covered
because
you.
no, the reason I say that is because I feel energy of peace, forgiveness, love, loyalty. I feel this type of energy that is like, love flows to everybody.
Right.
You don't stop because you don't like a person. And I think that sometimes, like, I'm around people and I'm like, that's what it is for me. Like, I don't love you the way that maybe you want to be loved, but I love you the way I know how to. So
And
it's like,
what it is.
so it's like,
Is that
sometimes
enough,
I
though?
forgive, huh?
No,
Is
but
that
some
enough?
people have different
That's
love
enough. That has
languages.
to
No,
be
but
enough
listen, no,
because
I
you
get
have
it.
to
No,
accept people
I
over
get that. I totally agree. But for some people, they feel as though like that's not enough. Like they need that. People fall in love thinking that the other person is responsible for their happiness, and that once they like. Example: a guy has a wife, and every day she goes to work. She asks him, "Do you love me?" And he's like, "Yes." And every day she asks him, and then one day he gets very upset and he yells at her. He says, "Why do you ask me this every day? I tell you this every day. I pay the bills, I do this, I do that, I take care of you. You don't know that I love you?" And she said, "No, I just need to hear you say it." And that communicated love to her. Sometimes when we give love to our capacity, sometimes it's not enough for the next
Sometimes
person.
you gotta
But
know
sometimes
your
people
love
need
language. You gotta know how
Right.
you love and be honest with it.
But
Exactly.
sometimes people need
Child, this is what I know.
I agree. Like I'm in a successful marriage, and I know that. I know what love looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what it takes to maintain it. But that's my personal experience. I'm talking about observation, especially in our community when we use those words, love and relationships, and love and loyalty towards family and friends. When so many things happen in life to us that trigger those responses. Like, who are you? Like, for me, self-discipline doesn't mean that you won't make human error. It's when you learn, you be accountable, and you grow from it. So to say that this is what I can love you with, when it's not enough, there are a lot of people who break up and go through tons of
But see,
stuff.
I think that's the problem.
I
But I
think
think
we
that's
talked
the
about-
problem. Expectations. Like we put so much expectations on people, and that's a lot of times why we always let down.
Right.
It's because you expect.
Don't take nothing personal. You don't take nothing personal.
She's in the book.
I'm in the book.
That's the book.
Yeah,
I'm in the book.
I'm not the book for agreement.
Let's go. Wait. What's the full agreement before you start?
What's the four agreements? Go ahead.
Bitch,
I give you one.
Be intentional,
Be impeccable with your
be
word.
impeccable with your words,
Okay.
exactly. Like, bitch, I'm.
Wait, be impeccable with your
So
word.
don't take anything personal.
Okay.
What was the third one? Bitch, my memory is really bad.
Come on, what you got?
Don't make assumptions.
Don't make assumptions. And what is the other one?
Do your best.
Yeah, like
There you go.
basically.
Always
What
do
was
your
wait?
best.
What was the third one?
Don't make
Don't make
assumptions.
assumptions.
Because a lot of times we assume. But I wanted to get onto the the other topic.
Yeah,
that
I
we
was about to.
had.
Go ahead.
Speaking of like
Support.
backgrounds and stuff and support and stuff. I feel like the narrative is always spread like that trans women don't like cis women or something. Or vice versa. When I know for me, like there are some trans women that go so far. I don't like this. I don't like that. Blah blah blah. I don't like the cunts. I'm like, I came from like a woman. Like how can I not? I love women. I love. So let's talk about that. Like,
and I'm with you on that, but let's just stop at the word sis, because I just want to clear some things up.
oh, girl,
right?
so you gonna be
Just wait. I'm just saying, I just want to clear some things up, right? So,
Education.
No, it's not even education, in my opinion.
Teachable moment.
And you know,
It's not a teachable
by having this conversation, like looking around, like people get upset with labels, and this word cisgender tends to offend a lot of women. Some women, not all women. But I'm like, so who made this word? We didn't make this word. This word didn't come from us, right? So, you know, women said that to separate themselves from us. Like they gave themselves that, like I'm a cis woman because like someone came up with that. Did we really come up with that, or did they come up with that? Because for us there was no separatism. We didn't say that we were trans anything. We said we were women. For me, at one point, that's the only language I knew. I knew I was woman. So when did language become? Who came up with?
But you don't feel like it's progressive language?
I think it's
like
progressive language as we evolve. So does language evolve, right? And my thing is, it's okay for everyone to self-identify, but I just know that there is a group of subsect women who don't like to hear that word cis applied to their name. And I say to you, sister, if that's you, then understand that we didn't make that word.
Work, bitch. Well, you just talk because I didn't even know that. Like, you know.
No, I'm just saying we didn't make that word.
It was a teacher.
I said it was a teachable moment.
I'm just saying we didn't make it. Like I didn't come up with that terminology. Where does it come from?
But what? How do you? Right. Okay. Like, I feel like I don't know.
But I've never been that way. I've never been that way to have anything against women.
I don't want to take anybody's experience away. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm trying to take the experience away from them.
I just don't.
You know what I'm saying? That's your experience. That's fine. Let me have mine
I
and
think we
respect it.
all have
And then
different journeys to our womanhood. And I think for me, sometimes the conversation around why we get along, why we can't get along, and why we need to be separate and how we're not the same, it's just daughters having issues with daughters.
Well, with their mamas, Miss Jordan,
I came from a woman. I came from a woman, right?
But that
so
don't
you
mean,
have. I also understand the lens of a mom who probably was a. Like, cause that's a very deep thing.
I think women go through so much that they just feel like it's another attack.
I think it's just like,
I feel like the way they treat
someone.
You
I
think
think they
so?
feel like.
So imagine a mother.
Oh no, wait. I think they feel that people are still taking things from them.
Yeah.
I think they feel like, and that's what I think.
I don't know.
I think they feel.
That might be a lens, but let me spin it a little bit. Say a woman who has been abused by a man and came up in this very patriarch system, and she experienced a lot of stuff at the hand of patriarch or men, right? And now she gives birth to this young king. And she look at this young king like he is going to be the protector, the provider, and she's going to raise him to be nothing like she ever experienced. And she has her hope in this. And he turns around and says, "Miss Mama,
I think you said that.
I'm a daughter. I'm your daughter."
And so you know what? I was selfish like that in my transition.
Just wait. Like maybe that pain of like, oh my God, I'm a failure. And then they make songs like a woman can't raise a man and all these other things like reinforcing these ideals when gender is a spectrum. And then when we put these labels on our children and we have these hope in our children and they turn out to be something else. Now this is where the division comes in because.
But not only that, like for real, like when I think about my transition, like
did you
I was
do that
very
with your
selfish.
mother, like,
yes, I'm here. Because I've always been this type of child that was like, you know, like I'm here. Like I was just me. I didn't really know I was different until people outside. Me too. Yo, I used to answer the phone, and my mother's friends would be like, "Bitch," and they would think I was my mother, and I would deepen my voice because I got tired of going through that. I got tired of showing up in the world and them saying miss to me when I thought I was being butchy, and I would have on a baseball cap. It was like I always showed up as like this butch, or I was just feminine, and it was easier for me to be that than to butch up and be what y'all want, a masculine, you know, toxic masculinity and all of that. Like, bitch, you know, why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that? All this stuff. Bitch, it's easier to be me this way, and that's what I came in there like, bitch, this is how I feel. I don't think they all hate us. I think that those are insecure. For me, I be feeling like it's education. Like,
well, just to be clear, like cisgender came from like academic support through scientists, where it actually means that people who were or women who
They identify with
identify
the
as
scientific
the
term.
yeah, it's a scientific term for women who identify as the sex that they were assigned at birth.
Right.
Now we know all
And
the
we all
cisgender
love,
stuff.
we all love and respect
Yeah.
women.
Absolutely.
We all love and respect.
Y'all are
Michelle.
so such a key, darling. No, I'm kidding. But back onto validation. I think this topic is so important within our community because I think sometimes we look at it as a bad thing. Especially for my generation, I can only speak for mine. When we came out, like it taught us something. It taught us to look for something and to go far. Because of what we had in front of us was y'all went far. Y'all
But how
y'all went.
addicted do you get to it though? Like how much do you end up needing it?
As I would say when you, I don't know. I would say for me, I definitely needed it. I definitely
like-
loved it. I wouldn't say
Yeah, but-
needed. I fell in
You
love
like
with
to
it.
Get
hear
accustomed to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
For example,
I
we
fell
was-
in love.
Yeah, well, we was talking about
fell in
like,
love.
for example, when people are getting called out, right, and the applause be dead, you don't give it. But when they're screaming and they're going off, that energy
Yeah.
feeds
Give
you.
me my life.
Right, so
Yeah.
that's the so
Yeah.
you need that
Yeah.
because
Sadly.
like I think people got upset when they was like on the mic and said, "Oh, we don't call some of y'all out because the applause not there. We don't want to embarrass you." I think that is something that is
said
true.
that?
We're not gonna say names,
But that's not fair to people.
but
who is
also,
from
but
before.
also, but
yeah.
no, I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
They
I'm just
not
saying
taught
that was a
lessons.
statement.
Like Selma,
But what I'm
Miss
saying-
MC Deborah taught you a lesson.
Right.
She gave you a
She
history
did.
lesson.
But
that's what I'm
She
saying.
broke it
Shout
down. So by
out
the
to
time you came out the
MC
back,
Dad.
you had
They knew.
everybody like, bitch, it's no shit. 'Cause
It's no shit.
I didn't have to hear. I didn't have to be there to know your history. I stood up
Because
regardless.
they should
Right, but
do
that's what I'm
that.
saying. So is it us or is it like the people? Like
I think it's a bunch of. I think it's a lot of stuff. I think it's times like and I'm not gonna blame the commentators because some of them don't
I don't
really
think
know
it's
too
the
better.
commentators.
I think it's
I
everybody.
don't
We have
think
to
it's the
start taking account.
commentators.
Y'all said some people should take accountability. Everyone should take accountability, and I think sometimes I love Snooki. That's my fave. I love you,
Snooki
babe.
and Jack, they both give
I
life.
just think they give life, but I think he gives life too because it's sometimes we have
Well,
to.
Snooki
The ball
does,
is
yeah.
late sometimes,
And
so we
Snooki
have
will
to
make
call.
sure.
We have to call everybody up because there's nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? So I just think ballroom is just at this space where it's like we need to get back to the roots. Let's get back to the roots. Call the people out who are star, statement, and legend, and icon. Please call them out.
Speaking of star statement and legend,
Okay, statement.
we got
Legend.
Who is it?
The legend.
Who is
We
it?
at-
Legendary.
Who is it?
Butch Queen Face.
Yes.
We got the New York City father of the House of Gorgeous
Darling,
Gucci.
open it
in
up.
the building.
Open it up.
Gorgeous.
Christian.
Gucci.
Christian.
What's good? What's good?
Okay.
I love what y'all did to the place. The budget is getting big. I see.
Yeah, well, you know. He already started.
Started already.
See? Are we talking to Christina or Christian? Which one?
A little
Let's
half
get
and
to
half.
it. Okay.
Damn.
Maybe even Christiana.
Oh, I like her.
Did
though.
you
Put it on the just put it on the
I'ma say
the
this
store.
How do
Yeah,
I do
on
that?
the
Just
right
sit
there.
it right here, baby. They can hear you.
No,
Talking
right
to the
there.
mic.
Mhm.
Stop
I'm
acting
a
like
little
you.
loud, so it should be fine.
Yeah,
Can I
that
make
New
it?
York. I love your voice, by the
What
way.
you
It's the
want
New
to
York.
move, baby?
It's
I
New
love
York
it.
out.
It's so New York. It's so
New
Harlem.
York out.
You from
You can do
Harlem?
whatever you want.
No, the
Go ahead.
Bronx originally, born and
You
raised.
never heard that?
Yeah,
The Bronx?
The Bronx,
I'm not
born
really
and
a
raised.
Bitch, let me say this, bitch. You a motherfucking sitting bitch.
Yeah, sitting.
In the
Like, no
name.
shade. No
That's
shade.
Sitting.
Okay,
From the
Okay.
from
Really?
Queen's
A
Faces.
Okay,
We
don't
start
be
with
like
compliments.
that.
We start with compliments.
I didn't really
Okay,
want,
all
like,
right.
you know, I'm a real, I'm real.
Shout
and,
out.
You know,
Well,
you sitting, bitch.
Okay.
Oh, that came from.
Well, sis,
Okay.
I want to
Thank
unpack
you.
that. What was that about?
Well, you know, me and Christian has history. You know what I'm saying? We go way back. Like, even from the Allure days, we started out, Christian was like a little boy. Like, he was young
Yes,
Boots, like
Jesus.
back then, and we were Allure, so we come from the Allure bloodline. And then also,
Al.
Al,
Shout out to
shout out to
Al.
Al, my gay father. What's up, Al?
Shout out.
They say I act like Al a lot, you know, whatever.
Definitely the girl version.
No.
Definitely.
And what does that
They-
look like? What is
that's
that
why we
like?
connected,
Wait,
though.
but
That's
what
why
is
we
that like?
connected.
What is that like? Like Al?
Stern,
A little bit
fun.
Right.
Stern and fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
So and then also we were Margellas together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mason Margella and Christian. You know, before I'm just gonna say this real quick or whatever, so you can get this part out of the way. So Christian was the New York father of the house of Mason Margella, and Christian taught me you know, they used to call me a house hopper and stuff or whatever sometimes because if things didn't go. Like, if things didn't work out what was planned, or if it just no longer was for me, you know, or whatever happened for the reasons that I left, I did. And when Christian left, it made me realize as a founder how those people felt about me when I left. Because I had I felt like, Christian left us. You know, like when there were so many times that I felt like because I loved Christian being here. This is being real. Like, I loved Christian being here. So there was time that there was things that Christian
That's
wanted.
crazy. That's the.
Christian, you
Oh,
had to know that.
No, I did know it, but hearing it, sometimes reading it and hearing it is a different thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like, you know, there was things that we did for Christian that we didn't want to do at times,
right.
but we did it for Christian because it was like Christian was here, like Christian was family for us.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so like when it happened, I didn't know about it. Simone didn't know, and Simone and Christian was tight boots. Bitch, we used to get cocktail boots at Christian house. Like, what? Like,
No, you're right.
That was
You're
like,
right.
you know, we used to have like a good time. So for me, I was bothered at first. I want people to be where they are, and I want them to succeed wherever they are, and I want them to be happy where they are. But at that time, in the midst of it, I was like, damn, Christian, you could have just like let me know.
You're right. No,
You
you're
know?
right. I do think that I did it the wrong way, because I feel like I could have had a conversation prior to it. Fun fact though, I'm be honest, because I never told you this part.
Okay. Please don't
I know.
Exclusive tea.
Drink,
go.
man.
I'm gonna be
about
honest.
this?
I'm gonna try not to mention. I'm gonna try not to
Exclusive tea.
mention names.
You can mention everything. This is Femme Queen.
But
I know who it is when you say it.
I remember it was a night. It was me and my siblings, and when I say siblings, I say gay siblings, like my sister, my brother, whoever. We were all there, and they were in a spot all together. And I always was the oddball. Like, I always used to go to houses, like, all my friends would be like Balenciagas, and I'd be a Prodigy. All my friends would be Mugler's, and I'd be like a Escada or some shit.
Such
like
a
that.
Leo.
You know what I'm saying?
Such a
Like,
Leo.
I always wanted
Such
to
a
do
Leo.
my thing on my own because I didn't want them to be like, oh, you only there because your brother and your sister is there. Rico and Deej, which is the brother and sister I'm talking about. We had a conversation in my house, and they was like, how do you like it? And I was like, I did like it. I appreciate everything y'all did for me. Like, not for nothing. I remember I walked the Mugler ball, and I won as a Margella, and I seen how y'all was in. Because I really never got that, like the claps and all of that. I come from a law, so you know it'd be like 3 of us in one ball. And it'd be like a law stand to the side. We would have to battle the whole line. You get what I'm saying? So when I started realizing that, you know, like Margella was a house to be in, and it was cool. It was cool. It was dope. I loved it. Like, the conversation we had, they was like, so what do you, like, what you about to do? Like, you stagnant right now. Like, you in the house, we drinking, we smoking, nobody got no motion. Like, what are you doing? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, I like it. I was like, I like it. But one thing I can honestly say that I didn't tell you guys was I felt like I needed more time to, I think I was fiending and I was a little bit more thirstier than the normal. This was my first time being a parent. Right. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody be like, yo, not only are we gonna make you're gonna be a legend, you're gonna be a parent. So I'm like, I'm calling everybody. All my girls is gonna be in the spot. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to call this person. And when Vinny was like, no, shut it down. Like,
because it was hard to get people in.
Yeah, like I felt like
Yeah.
I wasn't really getting.
And Christian is what I will say too is what people don't know is Christian is very like he's gonna fight for what like there was like certain people that we didn't see and because of Christian's history of what he felt like he went through one time you said this as a face child and that you wasn't when you first started you wasn't everybody's cup of tea as a face child so Christian would fight us on like no but I know what this person could be and honestly we're growing too where we're like it may be a diamond in a rough versus before we was giving, we was giving, bitch, they gotta come and be giving, like, so and so.
Yes.
But we realize in this time of day, because I'm from Allure, and I'm from Mugler, and when I was Mother Mugler and Mother Allure, I was giving, bitch, they need to be turning it. Like, but, but you was ushering
it's
that
so
in.
crazy where the dynamic goes now for face, like where the dynamic goes, and, certain people disagree to agree, but I would honestly say, I think the House of Margella, I think y'all guys are fire. Y'all gave me a chance when nobody really fuck with me like that. I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with y'all. I don't really have nothing to say.
I want to
So
ask
we
you.
got
I
that
want
offer.
to.
I
because
love
of me or
that.
because of Margella?
No, I watched your documentary.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this question. Being that like you said that you needed a different space because you come from Allure, you was in Allure houses where you felt like you didn't have that applause. How did that feel? How is it being in Gorgeous Gucci now? Do you feel the opposite? Are you happy? Like how does it feel now?
Honestly, well, obviously I signed a 360. No, and when I say by three, but figuratively, not actually. You know what I'm saying? When I say by 360, it's like now that I'm here, it's over. Like I think that I'm getting.
You found your tribe. It seems like you
Yeah,
found your tribe.
I think I would honestly say I love
That's
it.
where I'm
I
trying
love
to get
how
to.
you are with the
You know what's
father
funny? That's
position,
what I'm
though.
trying to like. I'm
got
trying to get.
It
to.
takes a long time because.
Especially as a
See,
Leo.
we were trying to make you
Especially
build your
as a
tribe. See,
Leo.
over here,
Yeah, I
it was
know.
giving you have
It was
to build
just,
your
it was
tribe.
just giving slow train.
Like,
A midnight train to
I feel like I was
Over
hitting
here.
bricks. I feel like I was hitting bricks.
Whoa.
Like sometimes, like hitting bricks. Not saying with the house because obviously y'all know
No,
y'all
I
got
know
like
what
it's
you're
like the
saying.
same thing. Aesthetic wise, mad beautiful. I was gonna say, can I curse?
Yes.
Okay, mad beautiful bitches, beautiful niggas. Like it's same thing. Like I don't really go to houses where it's like built on.
The aesthetic.
Even though my bitches do performance and stuff like that, like all the people I love perform and like pretty. Even Asia, Tamaya, Rico, all like the people that I know that come from performance and all like Ricky and all of them. Like I love them, but I never wanted to Vogue. So every house I went to, I would even make sure
We
I
be
was
battling
the only,
down though. I don't
on the
want to
stage.
You always tapping me.
Or not, like I just want to be surrounded by beautiful people. I like kind of like sexy realness, face type of houses, and which Margella, both of y'all would attest that you got that hands down. So
So how do you like being a father now? Like, what is it? Is it fun for you now, or is it like? Because a lot of people want to be parents, and then when you get in that shit,
And
you
I
be
have
like,
a-
oh,
I have a
it's
follow-
lot.
I have a
It's a
follow-up
lot. It can
question
be a
to
lot.
that
It's
too.
a
Yeah,
lot.
how do you
Because I
do
think
that?
it's important to add.
It can definitely be a lot.
Please tell the people what it's giving.
Well, I say it's fun, no. But does it make me feel good sometimes? Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. As a father of a house and coming up, like, what do you wish you saw in your fathers?
Shh, bitch, you ate that.
Yeah,
That's
you ate
deep,
that was a deep.
Yes, you trying? Let me take me a little swig. It's not.
swig.
This ain't.
Throw it
It's,
back.
Here you go
I
right
put a-
there. We
Throw
got
it back.
something
Oh,
for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got
This is my
some.
That's
dirty
for the
bottle.
game.
Oh, well, we got something for you.
No,
Oh, don't
but
take-
Like, be
that's
honest
a
with
deep
that.
ass question. Somebody that asked me like, "Yo, you good? Did you eat?"
Oh my god.
Like, I literally love the question, "Did you eat?" No matter in which relationship you in, friendship, father, son, mother, whichever, cousin.
is deep,
Did you
sister.
eat? Are you okay? Did you
Are
eat?
you okay?
Like, those are the questions
I
I
realize
wish I
how hard that
had.
hits sometimes.
And I did have it from a parent, but our dynamic switched because she became a girl. And now it's kind of like, and it makes me so
Who was your
sad.
parent? Who was that?
Her name is Aubrey now. She's a
Oh, Aubrey was your gay parent.
parent at the time.
gay
I
father.
ran away from home and I went to. That's why.
That's how you was in the Philly.
No, we
Yeah,
don't
because
treat
I
it
want to
like
get
that.
into that
We
because I
don't
remember
treat
when
it
you.
like
I
That was a
remember.
good ass question.
No, that was like
a
real.
good
Like
ass
we're not trying to
question.
try Aubrey.
No,
but, like,
because I just want to dig deep because I think it's important, right? Because our last, we interviewed a young lady who spoke about like what she gives to her, to her, as a mother. So I always try to
Yeah, that
connect
was
that,
a
like,
good-ass question.
what is it missing? Like, because now that you're a father, being here, you would just,
You pick
it was
up
a
on
lot,
it. Yeah,
right?
Right.
So now that you're a father there, what do you think you would have liked to see other fathers do that you also now
That
give
is
to
a
your house?
fab-ass
do you
question.
connect with all of the kids like that? Like,
Yeah, most
Because
of
I
them.
think it's
I
important.
think it's. I think it's
That's hard,
because.
like, too.
I think it's because I'm more so down.
You feel good.
I'm in the trenches now. Like you
feel-
get what
you
I'm
feel-
but
saying?
you
But
are
you feel-
so down to earth.
But
too.
you
like,
feel
a
good.
Yeah, like, I
a
can
lot
tell.
of
But he felt like you feel like
good.
at home.
You can
Like
tell.
you feel
That's
good.
what
You
I'm
can.
saying.
I can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah,
like
them
them
Because you
kids.
saw him on that panel, like y'all playing.
Yeah.
He was cutting up
He's
like
showing
what
up
the
how
fuck?
I wanted him to show up here.
Yeah, like,
Y'all wouldn't let him show up.
No, don't be like that.
I
No, no, no.
What I would
Show
say is I feel more invited.
It's not even that. When
That's
I
the
do
word.
see them
That's
big
what
you
I-
up,
that
when I
is
see like
exactly-
Danny, Leros, and people who win be like, thank you. And when they thank you, they say
That is-
to the father,
yeah.
I know that makes you feel good. And that's when
Yo,
we go
that
back
shit
to that
feels-
validation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to hear
I wouldn't say it
that
feel
you
better than
doing the
head,
right
but
thing.
it's like
You
it's
know?
a little bit. It's a little.
Speaking of head,
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, but it does
No,
feel
we go
good.
we
It
go
feels
we
good.
go
It
get
feels
into that in a
good.
second. So we go get into that
you
in a
kept
second.
saying something about OnlyFans and
Ooh, y'all going
Oh, that's
there?
a question in there.
Oh, that's in
Oh,
the
that's
question.
in there.
I'm moving
Yeah.
ahead. The
Y'all
tequila got
did?
me moving.
We got something for you.
The
She's
tequila
quickly-
got me
oh.
moving.
Wow. No,
No.
okay. I want to ask you this question. What do you think ballroom?
But you never really
how do
asked
you
the
feel about
question.
ballroom right now?
Ballroom. I think.
How do you look in it and see it?
I feel like it's real cash cowy.
Yeah, same.
So you want to tell people who don't want all the money for the category? Like you don't want them big grand prizes?
I do,
Oh.
but because it belongs to my demographic.
Well, shout out to you. Congratulations for your last one.
Yeah.
Just one. What was that? 2,000? What was that?
I'm gonna need you to break that
2,200.
down.
Yeah, I need to. I
Yeah,
need to
break
get
it
back
down.
into
No,
that.
I'm gonna know because that's so layered.
Like I feel like people pander ballroom. Like
Yeah.
I honestly ran away to be in ballroom. Like I risked a lot. Like I could have transitioned. I could have been dead on drugs. I could have been somewhere in a box. Like I risked so much given my everything, stealing. Just so much. Like I don't know if my story is the same with everybody else's, but
your
but
story-
your
as a
story
gay,
is
as
your
a gay
story.
guy,
Listen,
as
we
a
all-
gay
we
guy,
all- we
I
all
risked
can.
a lot to be in ballroom, and I think sometimes people come in because of their skin color or their gender or just what they represent, and they just expect what we had to fight for. Like I used to run away from home. Like,
I did not know
This
this,
is why
conversation
I
was going to get this
But
big.
wait, but this is why I
love
need
No,
you
I
to
just
pick
thought
that we
That's
picked.
called-
like I
No, this is
risked
needed.
a lot
This is-
being in ballroom. Like my
That's
parents
Christina.
was like,
Because
I
it was
remember the
different.
fun fact. The first time I walked the ball, I remember I was coming home from school. I had a big ass heavy backpack on because I feel like the more books you put in it, the more they thought you learned at school.
Right.
So I had a heavy book bag, and my parents was just like, "Yo, we never looked in your book bag. Like, what's in your book bag?" When they opened up my book bag, it was just a lot of like mess and just like stuff. And I remember I had on eyeliner, and they was just like, "Yo, like, what's the eyeliner about?" I was like, "I'm doing a play, and I'm supposed to be Lion King. I'm supposed to be Simba." You hear what I'm saying?
So we're going to come back because this is about
I want
get
you to
deep.
stay. Yeah,
I
this is
want
about
to
to
hear
get
the
deep.
rest of this story, honey.
Yes.
And you got to tell us about this Simba and this eyeliner and all that stuff in that book bag. And you said something about transitioning. So there's a couple of jewels that you dropped up in there that we're going to come back to after we come from this break.
That's right.
I
You
want
be
to
serious.
I want to tap back into the last question that we asked you. Like you said, pandering. A lot of people are pandering ballroom. You know, can you go more deep into that?
I think a lot of people see ballroom as an opportunity to get money, get on TV, just reap the benefits of it. Because in the beginning, and I know a lot of people go, way back before me. You get what I'm saying? Not I was, you know.
Why you
No.
Why you looking at me?
No.
Like,
What I'm saying is like a lot of
You know, I'm
people
okay
have
with
more history, and I'm well equipped with the history. Like I
There you
dead
go.
ass do my research, and my
I
parents.
feel like their kids don't do that no more.
Yeah, they don't. And sometimes I feel like people don't even, they come in the ballroom and you ask them what category you walk. They be like, I walk sex siren. You be like, well, who do you look up to? And they like, yeah, so no, I don't really, you know, I know these people, and the people that they name drop aren't people that really like, when I think of
Easy.
sex siren, I think of people like Carrie, Sanaya, Miranda, like people like girls.
Sabrina icons.
Yes,
Sabrina,
yes,
boo.
definitely.
Miranda.
Definitely, like people that really Egypt, like people like that
Danielle.
really Danielle,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
like people
That's
that
for
really
Egypt.
know the category and they don't be knowing that. So I feel like they get like they come in, they do their job, they sign their paperwork, and they leave.
But I also just think that for me, like, everybody's not gonna get that. Right?
that's the problem.
But
That's
here's
the problem right there.
no,
It's like that.
can I
that
finish what I'm
excuse.
saying?
Okay.
Because there's no cookie cutter way to do this. There's not like a step 1, 2, 3, boom, success. It doesn't work that way for everyone.
not.
Everyone is not gonna.
So do you think
right.
they need to do the research?
I think that people need to carve out their own path and understand that ballroom should not be the launch to your career.
Yes.
You should already have your goals set for yourself and let ballroom be a part of your goals that you set.
But that's why
not
when they
that
be
ballroom is your
breathing-
goal to the next level, because not everybody is Jack, not everybody is this one, not everybody's Laomi, not everybody's Tempress. Not everybody can be you. Not everybody is Asia. People can look up to y'all and want to be that. But if you don't get that, that should not define who
And
you
I
are.
say all that to say this. I was
know what I'm saying?
honestly playing around. To be honest, without being offensive,
No, be honest.
I feel like a lot of the times our white brothers and sisters pander a lot. And what I will say is, without being offensive, I do have people that I love dearly that come from white descent, whether it's Caucasian, Italian, Albanian, whichever, Greece, Greek, whatever.
Because I was gonna say your house is diverse as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But
Shade.
if you feel like I don't take 2 shots of Patron to dig in these bitches' asses, like what makes you want to be in ballroom? Who do you know? Who's your parent?
So
like,
you
what
think
do
you
you
should have still stayed? You don't like
So,
that.
but then why?
There's no
With no
leadership, and this is what I
underground.
wanted
You
to
like that
say
with
to
no
you. The
underground
leadership
anymore?
is
But
like they
I
take the
My wife to
leadership.
come with a little bit of sour cream and jelly.
Like I feel-
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so are you
Like,
saying
Like no, a
because-
little bit.
but
Like,
wait,
don't
whoa,
just
wait.
be like, I'm
Yeah.
here and I'm just doing this because.
Yeah, like, do your research. Like, how is
I
it
get
that-
what you're saying.
But I don't
get-
think they can. I think it's not. I think
Yes, you
we
can.
no.
We still
it's
got
all the time.
pioneers and stuff
No,
around.
You could
no,
do your
yes,
research.
that.
No,
and
you
that's the
could-
problem. We're not focusing on the like these. I feel like we
Yeah,
keep
we
looking
wanna boot
around.
them out.
It's the icons and the leaders that we put in place to teach these people. If
Yes.
you putting this person to walk sex siren, he needs to
them to
understand what the
research.
fuck is you doing. You look crazy out there. What are you
So-
doing? And then you
that's
winning
what I
1,000.
mean
You
when
won
you
1,000.
said
Like
no.
you're not.
But that's what I mean
mean
when I said
It's
when I
called
said before,
leadership. We
don't
need to
set
stop
them
being
up for failures.
honest.
But I also want to say that also speaks to the lens
Set
of
up for
ballroom.
failure.
Wait, when you set people up for failure, we had that. Like I said, like we should be honest with people and not set them up for failure. But also
Like, what
that leads to like saying so ballroom is internationally
It
recognized.
is,
So
but
as
it-
we go over, so what do you say that other people and other races and other people should not have access to ballroom?
No, of course they should definitely have a. Okay, think about it. If I show up to my niece's quinceañera, I'm not Mexican. So I come there and I'm doing shit that's disrespectful.
Right.
I'm popping bombs, standing on top of the table. I'm
Right, so
showing
you
up.
saying learn the
and they
culture.
like, bro, we
He's
don't
like,
stand on
get
top
that.
of the table.
That's what I'm trying
I
to
have
say.
to learn before I get there.
This
No,
is what I'm
funny.
saying. So
Research.
learn the
Research.
culture, like
Exactly.
learn the culture before.
And if you
research
come,
the culture.
I love
Yeah.
the people that learn it. Like for instance, I have a daughter that's in my house. Shout outs to Lee Rose.
I love Lee
If a
Rose.
category is written
My
and it's
sister.
written around black people, she'll be like, Father, do you think it's disrespectful that I come, that asking for tribal African symbols? I'm like, I could see why you would feel disrespected, but tell me why, so we can feed off of each other and she can understand.
I love Lee Rose. You know that's my
So
sister.
before That was a great question. I loved all that. But before we go into playing the game and all that next time, but as a face child, I want to come back to this because we talked about validation. So I want to bring it back to validation to you for that. Like as a face child, people had asked me before, what does that feel good or how whatever, like how do I feel about that? And I said a lot of times when you get so much validation and people tell you look good so much, you start to look for that. And it starts doing something. And I remember you made a post too, like a little while ago, and you said something about your looks. You was like, oh, I said such and such, and now I'm getting older and I'm gaining weight and blah, 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 blah. So how much do you feel that ballroom or being an attractive individual makes you obsess about your looks and doing things to make sure you keep your looks where you feel like your look should be?
Y'all wrote these questions down?
No, bitch. This is coming to
No.
you know I love Oprah,
deep.
bitch.
I feel like
I'm the next Oprah, bitch. No,
I feel like I'm gonna. Yes, definitely. When you walk anything that's other than performance, a category we gotta present yourself, whether it's realness, sex siren, face, it makes you start feeling like you do gotta do certain things, especially when you reach a certain age, because I have to watch these little kids grow up, and not all the time they say hi to me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I see a nice looking guy, I see a nice looking girl, and they walking in the venue. Mind you, I don't really have good eyes, but I can always see something that's good, if that makes sense. I don't really have good eyes, but I can always see a little twang in somebody.
Right.
So I see them walking up, and I'm like, oh shit, and they like,
They giving it to you.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
They got ballroom.
damn.
It's in there.
And they look so
What you
good.
say,
It's in there. You see the ballroom in there.
And they look so
understand.
good though.
You see the understanding.
And so
They
I
just say it's in
always
there.
It's in there.
I have a character flaw with comparing myself to people. I have a really bad character
That's
flaw
right.
with comparing
Talk about
myself to
today.
other people. Like I always, no matter what you do, I always be like, damn, well, this sits up high with her, or this does
We
this.
always want what we don't have, like what we feel like we don't have. Like as a face child, like I feel like does that happen? Like the insecurities kick in, and like
Hell
always
yeah.
people will like big up what you do have. Like oh, you're sitting, you're blah blah blah, but you're always looking at the next person. Like oh, if my face was like such and such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do you think
never
that comes
really-
from losing or being compared to the next person?
Well, I don't really lose too often.
I know that's fine.
So
What I'm
Talk
saying,
your
though,
shit.
but see, that makes it worse. But that
Talk
makes
your
it worse
shit.
because
You
me
gotta be a
being
winner.
someone,
You gotta
me
lose to
being
be a
someone
winner.
that's a winner as
yeah,
well.
no, you do. No, you do. I,
Because I
of
think
course
it's a bigger loss to you when you are such a big winner.
It
Even though
is.
you expect it, it's more people notice it more when you lose.
Do you
Yeah,
think they
hell
judging
yeah.
you against yourself or against the next person?
I
like
think they
after
judging
you've
me
been out?
against my last little
And
bit
they
of
make
work.
it-
How you doing?
Yeah.
What you tell me?
Yeah, I think
It's
they
like, you know, it's
compared
not
me to the
really
last
with the
time
last thing.
and they like, oh, he gained weight. Or
Yeah,
he do
it's like-
something like, oh, I like him better with the blonde. Or I like him better with the blue. Or I like him better with the black. You know?
Do
So
you
you
feel
feel
like
as though
there's
there's no
anybody emulating
competition?
you out here?
No, I definitely think it's competition. Fuck yeah, I'd be lying if I said it's not competition. Hell yeah.
It's competition. I feel
Especially
like it's
with
competition.
face. Face
Yeah,
is
face, you always got a new
so
bitch.
like, whoa.
Tearing it.
Like
No
you got
education,
brown
no.
skin, dark
Face
skin,
with no
Well,
big,
that leads us to them
yellow.
questions because some of them questions is up in
Well, I want to get into, I want to ask you some fun questions before we get into there. Who in ballroom right now is making you like, okay, like as far as for your
Face-wise.
face wise, any of your categories?
I only have one person, but two.
Okay,
Ooh.
it's 1,000.
Yeah, I only have two people. No legends because the bitches is my age. I don't need that.
Okay, who?
Romello, without
Does
a
he?
shot.
Has he told he lives for? Does he live? Has he
Yes, and I watched this interview the other day, and I was like, oh shit.
Because he
oh.
does some of the things like you know.
Yes, I seen it. I was like, oh
I
shit.
seen that. I was like, okay.
oh shit. Like, okay. Yeah, him definitely. Romello definitely, and James Balenciaga.
Oh, I live for James.
And
too.
wait, the boy from your house in Paris, Margella, light skin, so fire in Paris. Braids, I
Kai.
think.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yes, and I
Hey,
like him
Kai.
too.
Kai is city.
Yes, I love him too.
Kai Marjola is a problem.
Those
So
three.
we have.
Can
a
I ask
cute-
for the females? Who do you think?
Females,
women.
girls.
Oh, we never talked about you wanting to transition. Let's talk about that real quick. You did at one point, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so how does that feel
definitely.
What
now?
happened?
Like you're not
Oh.
not doing that. Like not doing that. How do you feel sitting
I was gonna
here
be next.
not doing that?
The thief of the night.
Do I feel like I missed the train? Yeah.
Why? Like
Why?
age wise or what?
I made a promise. Me and my best friend, we was playing the game one night, and we had cried and did this whole little thing, and we said we're gonna transition when we like 50. Caitlyn.
Rich.
Yes. I feel like it's needed. It's definitely a part of my life that.
What you call it? Said Caitlyn inspire her.
Ooh.
What?
King Mother.
Mia?
Nia.
Okay,
She said that on
so
one
mind you, that's
interview.
my bitch. I love her.
Yeah, she said that on one of the interviews.
She
I was
said
gagging that
ass,
she
though.
said that,
but that ass though. Some people don't really get to. It's like when you don't get to live out your dreams. So
I
like,
transitioned
I feel like
later,
it's
not that
definitely a
late.
part of.
Oh.
It's definitely a part of a piece of me. I've learned from the best of the girls, and some of my
Live
girls
for
aren't
that.
here.
Say
So.
that.
You know, not to pander the whole lifestyle,
No.
but I definitely think
No, but
it's,
I get that, and I love that you use the word pandering a lot
Mm-hmm.
because it's a people, and for the audience, like, what does pandering mean?
it means like obviously taking something that really doesn't belong to you and you feed off of it and you get the goos and the gobs and the pros and the cons, but you don't really fuck with it like that.
Got you.
Okay. Christian is dropping them Jews.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Since
you
you're
are.
dropping them jewels, we have to take you to our crazy, sexy, cool game.
All right, so here's the
We're gonna
rules.
have you grab some. We're gonna have you grab.
I
this.
feel like I don't want to grab no pink
You can
ones.
just grab it.
Yeah, you listen.
I don't
is
want to. This is
big.
big. This is huge.
So you're gonna
This is
have to
very heavy
shake
for
it
me.
up.
Shake it.
Pull out a question. You got to answer it.
3 questions.
3 questions. Give me
Okay.
take one.
And
give
if
me the-
you can't answer the question, you can drink.
I
Take a shot.
should read it if it's my writing. Bitch, my writing
Go
is
ahead.
Oh, this one is easy. This
That
one
must be
was
Tabytha.
nice. This one was nice. What's your favorite go-to skin product?
Bitch, that really was supposed to be messy
Go
questions
ahead.
Girl, that was a regular question you
This
should
is a
have
good
asked.
one.
That was
This is
her,
a good
girl.
one. This
These
is a
are
good
messy
one.
questions, girl. You were supposed to ask that in a regular conversation.
I love this one. I love this
Girl.
Come on.
Because we
No,
didn't get to get into your skin.
Okay.
but go ahead. Pick another one. There
No,
are
you can
so
tell
many.
real quick if you want to.
What is it? Why you
Let's
pick
make
a
it
messy
fun. Let's
one?
make it fun.
make it
I feel like this one is gonna be.
Yeah, the pink
and
ones are the hot
trash.
ones. Just answer those.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this
Yeah.
one is.
Yeah.
What's the dirtiest thought you've ever had?
Praise the Lord.
This one is okay. My
Don't you want to know
dirty.
quick
Oh,
fetish people
I
too?
drink.
Are you into
Yes, I'm into a lot of. I'm pro sexual, pro whatever you want to do, as long as it's safe and you make people feel comfortable.
Bitch, you came prepared, bitch.
You know how he said siblings, baby. He was on point when he
social
said
media.
siblings.
He is locked and loaded, bitch.
Social media.
The dirtiest thought I've ever had normally comes when I'm masturbating because I'm by myself. Dirtiest thought I would ever say I've had. I'm into BDSM.
Can you
I
say
do
what
like
that
it.
is? Like for me,
I'm into like bondage.
you, like for real, or just
No,
seeing it? Like
not
you're-
critical,
like,
not
what?
critical, not critical. But I like to explore my.
Do you like seeing it or just like actually?
No, I like
Participating.
being a bitch. I like being.
So you
in
want
it.
to be changed?
Of course.
So are you the dominator or the submissive?
Depends.
Are you still with your
Sexually,
boy? You're in a relationship now, right?
I'm happy.
And if,
Don't do that to my nephew.
Wait, that's
because you
another
know my
question.
feelings.
Wait,
don't think
I don't
Yeah,
like
we
to
will
bring.
fight.
I do
Wait.
not. One thing I don't
We
do is
will
I do
fight.
not talk about.
you don't
my,
talk about your relationship? Okay, so
Stop
we won't
it.
talk about it. But shout out to you. To get to the next question.
But yeah,
shout out
I
to
love,
you.
I love BDSM things. I love people to explore themselves. My favorite fantasy will honestly be somebody from every gender that I like in one room doing what I like to do.
Work. Do
No, you can't put that.
Next question. Next
Leah.
question. Next question.
Get the
That
pink
was
one.
cute.
That was a cute
Why
one.
would you? It's probably mine, and it's
Turn it
probably
up.
lame.
Girl, I hope you didn't do
If it's
nothing
boring,
lame.
throw it
I
away.
did. I was trying to
Someone
be
with skin
nice.
products, bitch. We said it.
This one is a good one. OnlyFans or doing injections.
Y'all are
So-
So
cheating.
that means like work-wise, right?
So
Yeah,
work-wise, what do I
work-wise.
like doing more?
Yeah, what would you rather really
And why?
be doing?
And why?
Damn, this is a good one because I love both.
Which one would you pick?
Which one is more lucrative?
Right.
Fuck. This one is a good one.
Yeah.
That's good. You're
Which one is more lucrative? I would say, fuck. Which one is more lucrative is OnlyFans. But
What do you get with the? Do you get down and dirty in the OnlyFans? Like what?
I don't do collabs.
Oh, okay.
It's all about me. Yeah, I want you to get off on me. I have a big thing with people getting off on me. I have to know that you're getting
Such a
off truly
Leo.
off on me.
Oh my God.
Like I want to know, like I'm your king.
You
get
are
what
really
I'm
such
saying?
a Leo.
Like I want to know
That is a Leo.
So I would say
nervous.
OnlyFans
I was
definitely.
like,
So you would pick
Okay.
number one right now if they said you got to pick which one, baby.
You wouldn't take the
If I had to
injections?
pick like
You had to pick which one you want to do for the rest of your life.
for the rest of
Out
my
of
life,
those two.
If they can make
I
you
would
the most
say
coins.
doing injections because I wouldn't want to get married doing OnlyFans.
Okay.
So yeah.
You know,
Okay.
one question.
And our last go and you shake it off.
Let me see. I'm gonna pick pink because I got on pink.
Okay. That one might be saucy.
What is it?
Yeah.
Read it.
Have you ever made someone cry with a read? Explain.
Oh.
Cause bitch, you read.
That's the Leo.
One thing about Chris.
I
Choke, you
don't
take a
know if I
shot.
made them cry. I hope I did. Because
No,
anybody that I
but
read
if
with,
you ain't read if you ain't make the
Yeah,
teardrop.
anybody I
How do you
read
know
with-
if you made a person
They
cry?
started tearing out.
yeah, the
They were
person that
crying.
I
You've done
would,
that?
Definitely. But that's why I don't read anymore.
For
I don't
real?
do yes.
Like
I don't-
somebody made you tear up?
no, I made them tear up.
Oh,
I learned from the best.
I'm not even sitting around to see.
yeah, I don't think I made
No,
it.
they
I don't
literally
know if I made
no,
anyone
but we were
cry.
reading and they just started tearing out.
But a person, I would
upset.
answer this to say,
Who did you? Okay,
They
so
were
how
the
about
person
who
person I
did
had
you
the
want to
best
read?
read off with
Yeah.
would definitely be shout out to Lucy. That would be my
Lucy.
best
Oh,
one.
Lucy,
Are
okay.
you talk? Okay, so
Yeah, that would be my best one that I feel like.
what was her reaction?
Cause she got mouth too.
I don't know what her reaction was, but I feel like
Hello.
That was
the most the people that even bitch when we wasn't fucking with each other, I see she had like
Yeah, she-
30 likes on her thing and I'm like, this bitch won't go away, yo.
Is that what we fell out for? Is that the comment that we
Yes,
fell out
yes.
for?
You like
Because
hers.
I like the comment. Christian called me late in
Yo,
the
I
night with
looked
his
through the
friends in the
comments. I
background,
looked through the-
calling me old and said I didn't think
I
you
did
would
say,
be
oh,
with-"
I did not
He was
say,
like, I
oh.
would think that you was too old to be getting involved in stuff
Yes,
like
I-
that.
Ooh, his mouth.
And bitch, it was real late, so I didn't, because you know, bitch, I got mouth too.
I know, yes, you
So
can
I
be
was
too.
giving,
You
I
can
was
be
giving,
too.
I'm in the bed,
You
and
can
bitch, I
be
ain't got
too.
time, but I hope you look like this when you get this age. Especially you like to play with fillers and shit.
No shit, you did. You did. By the grace of God, I'm here.
Okay.
By the grace of God.
And sitting.
But yeah, I would say Lucy is definitely one of my best ones to date. We carried. Definitely.
Wow.
I love her. I love her,
I love
her
that.
energy.
Well,
But
listen.
you respect people who could get there with you. Who could
Yeah, if you could curse me out and tell me about myself, I'll never forget you. If you tell me I look
Shout
good, I'll probably
Lucy.
forget you.
Well, you,
Like,
didn't,
you get what
you
I'm- Does
answered
that make
every
sense,
question.
though?
I didn't like. I don't. Cause I feel like if you read for me personally, when we was reading, you bothered me. That's why I got there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
If
definitely.
you
push
read
me
me,
to
and
that.
I'm reading to either make you cry or look or like either you want to
we
fight because
carried.
I don't
But-
want to make
yeah.
somebody cry. I want them to think about.
I
what
don't
they
want. I just
said.
want you to meet. No,
Wait,
I don't want.
speaking of that, can I ask y'all a question? The question that I want to ask you, I don't have to answer it because I know the right or wrong, and I kind of feel like how y'all gonna sway. But girls saying the F word, which is faggot, that's where it started from, and it got disrespectful from there. And obviously, I'm a gay guy. Come on, it's not that hard to, She called me the F word because I made a status that was pertaining to girls using the F word. She came under the status and she was like, but that's what y'all are. Y'all are faggots. And I felt disposable at that time. Because I do feel like as girls, we skip over. Mind you, I'm talking like I'm a girl. I'm like as girls.
Christina.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Christina.
That was
Yo,
Christina.
that-
That was
But no, but I'm
Christina.
saying as
She pulled down.
okay, I feel like I have enough with the culture. I don't know the blood and tears, but I do feel like we all go through phases. And we all know that phase of having a nappy hair because you want it to grow and you want to have hair when you transition. laces wasn't out when we was lit back then. We had the hard joints that scratched your
got
head
something
up.
for you.
We had the ones that, remember the ones that scratched your head up that we would use and it would hurt a little bit? You know what I'm talking about?
I came out with 10 inches.
I came
with 10 inches.
No, I get it.
I came
get
out
it.
with a doobie, so
Well,
I was
well,
good.
Me too,
I
bro.
had a doobie.
I
But
stayed
you
up
had
to
to-
I came to
You had to grow
Dominican.
your shit though.
I had
You
ponytail
had
at
to
the
grow
top
it,
like
though,
a
Yeah,
right?
I get what
That's
you're
why
saying.
had that-
I get what he's saying.
So sometimes we had that.
I
We
had
had
to
that
scratch a
phase
sniff.
where it was in the
I
middle.
never had a scratch or
Right.
sniff.
We had that
So
phase where it
did
was
you
in the
feel
middle.
like her
Never had
calling
a
you a
scratch.
Wait,
faggot?
let him finish.
Yeah, it was what it was for me is that it struck a nerve. And I can honestly say as
That's
a
what I
grown ass
wanted,
man,
right.
it struck a
Why?
nerve. Because people don't know what other people are dealing with.
So can I ask you a question? And
No,
this
we
is
got to
no
answer.
shade.
We got to answer the question that he asked first.
No,
I
because
think,
it-
and
that's
then we can
coming
go
from a
into that.
place.
So, but we gonna go
Yeah,
into that.
all right.
Like, how do y'all
Ask-
feel about girls
Using
fully developed using the F word?
I'm just gonna answer it right
Okay.
away. I think that it bothers someone who is transitioning or considering transitioning. I also know that that is an outdated language to refer to someone, but I know that transitioning. When I heard that word, it made me feel the same way. So I understand, but it's not a word that you would use anyway. It's derogatory, right? It's not something that we should use. It has a negative connotation to it. So, but to hear how you reacted to it, I also know that you were in the process of transitioning, which is why you said that,
I
or
wouldn't say I
you
was
thought
in the
about it, but you thought about it. So for her to call you that was like, bitch, what?
I wouldn't say I was in a process of transitioning. What I would say was it's always something underneath every gay boy. Think about it. Every gay nigga has a bitch that he look up to, or somebody that he holds tight to them, somebody that he watches.
Some of them don't
eat,
admit
breathe.
that though. Thanks
But-
for a minute. A lot of them
Yeah,
don't
but
admit
a
that.
lot of
don't.
come on now. It's
Well, I'm gonna say the right butch queens have that. Because if you can see their swag, if you don't got a bitch around you, you look late. We gonna say that now.
Yeah,
If you know,
Yeah,
I never
like-
seen. No, I'm being
Ooh,
honest.
hey.
No, we being honest.
Like, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say that every
Some
butch queen I
teach
saw
your
that
girl.
had a femme
like you
queen.
got some
Yeah.
butch queens who really want to transition, bitch, and
And
they
they can
and
give
they
it-
give
they
it
give
to
it
the
like-
girls.
But now stuff like that,
No.
stuff like that will fuck up a boy mind because think about it.
Stop
And I'm
giving
gonna-
power to words.
If
I'm a-
you
well, I'm a-
have,
I'm a-
if you
I'm a
have
break
a
it
You
girl,
down.
gotta stop
I'ma
giving
break it
power to
down.
words.
That's it.
That's
break
just
it
how we
down.
call each other. Whatever. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want anybody outside of.
Please
Can we
bleep
say
that.
Oh,
You
please.
cannot
I mean,
say
the
that
N
word.
Excuse me. Like, I mean,
But it
if the N
definitely-
word. Like,
I'ma
you
break
know,
that down.
speaking
why I
for
said
gay
that, I wanna
boys,
say
it
the
definitely hurts
agate
when
word.
girls
when you
use
wanted
that
to,
word.
because y'all call each other that, and
Yes.
y'all will do that in the presence of us and let us do it behind closed doors. But when it's an
Yeah, I will
argument,
say that, yes,
it
yes.
becomes a problem because you
Facts.
need something to latch onto at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're quick to call us men. They be like,
but what
bitch,
about
you
when
be
a
like,
boy doesn't do that? Like when we got
right? Then I will respect you. Give respect where
and that's what
respect
she
is
came
due.
underneath the post. And
She was
said,
trying to.
She said, "That's what y'all are. Y'all are faggots."
That was it.
I mean,
right.
I get
I
that.
don't
That
know.
was-
I want to answer.
That
That was
I'm right
dis-
here to my little
I want
sister.
to.
That's
I
what she
want to.
said.
I want to say
That
something.
was disrespectful.
I want
and
to say
could get
something
it,
from my
yeah.
generation because I was around that generation where that he's referring to, and I'm not going to say because I don't agree with. I don't think they are faggots. I just feel like if we're reading.
Can y'all
I'm
stop
going
using
blow
outdated
for blow.
language?
I'm going blow for blow.
Yes.
So, and I expect you to go. Like, I'm already expecting you to go blow for blow when we got there. But
See,
I
that's
think
what I
if
don't
I'm,
like.
She
but
came in the chat like this.
Yeah,
I didn't
like
even-
she came
It
in
was a
blowing.
general statement, and she came right.
Y'all
under
made
the
I
that
thing.
think, but I think it's
Boom.
I think it's
I wouldn't say
disrespectful.
I wouldn't say we made up, but we're able to be in the same
Okay.
space and not be.
Does
I
that
think
still
it's-
bother
yeah.
you?
It
What would you say to
Y'all were
her?
real
I
tight.
think
Yeah,
it's
what
just-
would you
what would
say
you say to her right now if
right
she was
now
here?
that you didn't get to really say?
Like, what would you
Like,
say
would
to her?
We're not gonna
say-
do
Lucy?
that.
No, as far as
No, it's
like,
not
he's
bad.
coming from
It's
a
not
hurtful
bad.
place.
It's not bad.
really
I
like-
wouldn't.
Like
use
it's
that.
not anything.
What would you say to
derogatory.
her
It's
right
like,
now?
I would
This is
say,
what
how does that make you
I would
feel?
say I would love to know. I want to have a sit down. Why we can't? Like literally,
will
one of
give you a sit
our
down.
lives have been one of the most craziest lives that like we dragged it. Like I literally got kicked off of Facebook because of that live.
Stay tuned. We are going to bring you a sit down.
I would love that. I would love. We never had one.
Margella and Christian.
It'd be a healing
Only if she
Hello.
obliges.
Okay.
Only if
I
she
get it
obliges.
now.
I would love that.
I get it
Not out
now.
of
I get it
malice or
now.
anything. Not
I
out
get
of
it.
malice
No,
or
not
anything.
in malice.
But
no.
I would love.
No,
I
to
would
men,
love.
to
Yeah.
men
That's
thing.
what I want.
Because
I
life
get
is
it.
too short. I think we can end on this too. Like
Now
get
we're
it?
giving therapy.
life is too
What you
short
said?
to be holding grudges or to not be able to talk certain things out. Because one thing that I did say about ballroom is it brings relationships that can last forever. And there are memories that last forever that come out of ballroom. And so a lot of times we get separated, and there's girls that I call my sisters that we don't even speak to one another anymore.
And we was
I wish that we did.
I feel like we was
Yeah.
closer when she was
It was the
Don't
same
talk
for
about
me.
it.
You know what? That was the same for me.
See?
That was like
See?
that was one of
That
mine.
is weird. That's
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
nother
But
topic.
again,
crazy.
you
That is
just and I
crazy.
got
Oh my
wait a
God.
minute. Wait a minute. I
I
don't
wanna,
like
before
first of
we
all,
close-
first of all,
we can't close-
I
no,
wanna-
we can't
I-
do that
we
because
gotta-
you don't say that, right? You was cool with her from before.
They be
Language
feeling
is so important because you did not like the F word. So for me, don't refer to her in the past tense. Just say who
That's
she
why I
was
wanted
before.
to make sure what I was saying. I looked
But
at
that
y'all
was
for,
reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
I
know
was
what's
I
good.
fucked with
That's
her.
You know,
wrong
see,
to
that's
say.
it. I feel like
Is
Butch
that
Queen.
wrong to say?
Wait.
Yeah, who
See,
she
that's
was
the
before.
problem.
Is that
That's
wrong to
no.
say who she was
I'm just saying for
But
me,
that's my
respect
problem.
that.
That's my
Can you
problem.
educate
Sometimes,
me on
wait.
that
Can I
then?
say something real quick, please?
What?
That's my sometimes with the with Butch Queens, our Butch Queen brothers, and our kings. I feel like sometimes y'all say things that y'all know is wrong, and then expect us not to say things.
Right.
Wait, can y'all
And expect
educate
us
me?
to have respect when
Can
you
y'all
don't.
educate me
Sometimes.
on
Right.
saying who
Thank
she
you.
was before? Like, because although I
You don't
No, I
have to
think-
say
although-
that though.
I don't think.
It's
See,
the
that's
tr- it's
don't make it a problem.
reality.
Why
Like-
are you taking that personal when she's not here?
Okay, yeah, so right.
No, I
yeah, like what
get
is
it.
that?
No, because
I
that's
get it.
personal.
Because
That's
for me,
personal.
it's
You
for-
taking it
okay,
So
personal.
I used to
It's
be
not
at a
that
point
taking
where
it
I
personal.
couldn't
I'm
say
just
anything
saying
about who she
you
was.
can't-
before.
I'm just
You're
saying you-
erasing history. I mean, the reality of it is like we out him.
I'm
out
sorry.
And that made a point. But
No.
auntie, listen to what I'm
What
saying.
I'm
who
auntie,
she
saying-
though.
showed up as before.
That
Let's say
made
that.
a point in what
So
I was saying
that's
in the
what I'm
beginning.
saying.
I
Who she
said
showed
that.
excuse
Okay,
me,
so
who she
that's what
showed
I'm
up
I said
saying.
as.
it's levels.
It's
You get what I'm
all
saying?
in
I feel
how
like
you
sometimes.
say it.
Okay,
First
excuse
of all,
me.
let me just say
Showed
this:
up as
it's
who she
all
showed up as.
it's all in how you say it. Language is important, right? And if you're asking a question on why you was called the F word, then you shouldn't refer to anyone who lives in their authentic self as the B word. Just like we don't
She
use the N word. And no, she may not be here, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on
But
how
he didn't say anything
but he
about
just
a
said,
B.
don't know.
No,
he
they
just
didn't
said
say
he
that.
said when she would used to be.
But I
he did
waited a
not.
while.
He said who she was before.
Before.
And
He
she
did
never.
not say
Yes,
that.
he
Never-
did.
yes, he
He
did.
never
He
said
Now
never
y'all
that.
calling
That
me
was
a she now. We got
No,
I said he. I said yes, he
that was
did.
me. I'm
joking. I'm
sorry.
just joking.
I'm
I
sorry.
love it.
I'm
I
sorry.
Yes, he
I'm
did.
sorry.
He never said nothing. He said who she was before.
Before,
No,
like
I
That's it.
I
And
don't
that's
know.
my
I don't know what I
problem.
said,
You-
auntie,
that's what you
but
said.
I'm saying
I
I'm
wanna
not
close this
saying
out.
that.
I heard what you
Yeah,
said,
but
'cause
I
I
don't-
caught
I'm
it.
I
not
want to
saying.
close this out today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think you're doing amazing in ballroom scene. I'm so happy
your
that you're
pronouns?
stepping up into.
What are they?
I'm so happy that you're stepping up into as a leader in ballroom, and I definitely think that you're going to be one of the ones that really show the scene what it is to be a leader. But I also want you to just plug in some things that
What's
you
your
got
next
going
move?
on. What's going on with you?
Where's my camera
You know,
at?
your social media. Plug in your social media. You know, I want the people who are watching this to be able to follow you on all platforms.
Is this like a AM? Is this like a ASMR?
There you
Have y'all done
go.
together this time?
No, but honestly, I wanna definitely say I enjoyed you guys. I think the whole setup is dope as fuck. I do want to do a little part 2 where I could really, I'm gonna come in my jammy jams. I wanna,
We're gonna have a pajama night one night. Though.
yes, of course. What do I have going on?
Oh,
Right now, I'm working.
They told us to turn our phones off. No, I'm just kidding.
Right now.
Quiet in the set.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right now, I'm working on an ASMR OnlyFans where we're only doing sounds. I'm working with one of the most talented directors. His name is Jimmy A. Chase. He works with only ASMR, and I really love it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not done. Other than that, I have my cosmetic line, Chemistry Collection. You could always get it from me, Chemistry Collection, thechemistrycollection.com. I'm also working, if anybody, I know we made it a topic, but if anybody's looking for any aesthetic fillers or anything.
Fillers and stuff?
Yes, Yes, I work at the place.
How can I get a discount? Let's
I'm not gonna say my job because I know how you little bitches like to show up.
What can
So-
crazy sexy fool get a discount?
Yes, we
Can we get a 10%?
Yes, we work with
Y'all do
anybody
teeth?
that wants to do. We have a teeth treatment though.
Gotcha.
People, if you have black gums, please come to my office. Inbox me at Christian.
Like I can't stand sitting next to these bitches.
I don't even know if you can hear me.
Yo, no, that ass. We do. We don't do the teeth thing because it's not a dentistry, but we do. If people have, I just got it done. It's really
And just
dope.
real quick, what is your go-to skin product?
Moisturizer. I feel like a lot of people don't use that.
Gotcha.
Bobby Brown, vitamin E moisturizer.
So we love you, and this was dope.
Thank you.
This was really, really good.
Thank
Thanks
you
for coming.
guys.
And that is another amazing segment from the Crazy.
Sexy.
And cool.
Mwah.